So you were discussing a culling.
We were just driving to get burgers, and it comes up in conversation sometimes, you know?
Yeah, you're like...
Was it to get burgers? Yeah, I think it may have been burgers, but it may have been on the way to Hateful Eight, which I think it may have.
Oh, that's right. It was also about, meat in a way, but like man meat.
I was going to say, like, you know who else is like swine? Humans.
Humans are like swine. It was basically like, man, there's too many people on Earth. We need to do something about it. And we just
what were your, shall I say, master plans?
I think it was...
To cull the Earth.
I don't want to put my culling plan in Dom's mouth, so to speak. But I think mine was 40% of the Earth, least important, least necessary, goes immediately.
Knowing I'd love to know your criteria.
Knowing that I don't. Here's the thing: I know that I might be in part of the 40%. Very likely part of the 40%. And I think the idea was you'd send out a census, like some sort of amazing test, to everyone on Earth, and you don't tell them it's for the culling. You just say it's really important. And immediately, if you don't do the test, you're part of the 40%. So that's
like a death note.
It's a death note. Like, if you don't care enough about this important thing sent by, like, the president of the world, then you don't deserve to pick it past the culling. So then 40% of the lowest people just get killed over, like, I think we were saying, I was saying
rocks.
Immediately, rocks.
they're thrown off cliffs onto rocks.
I think giant scythe robots just come down. This is make it real cool. And then you give 20% the ability to make it. Like they're on like probation and they have.
Oh, so we're getting into like a Hunger Games situation here. We're gonna
though I don't think it's like an arena. I think it's more like, hey, can you grow corn real good? Like, hey, whatever we need to do to make the world better, you got to prove yourself and get past that bubble.
That's not as sexy as the Hunger Games scenario.
All right, we could do a bunch of Hunger Games or Maze Runners, if you will.
Giant
or
arena
running
battle.
Mans.
Yeah, Running Mans. That's what I want. Yes,
why is the Running Man not a movie again?
I know.
Right.
It should be. It should absolutely be remade.
We talk about this all the time. The Running Man is like the one 80s movie that should be remade because it's so perfect. It's the best film. I love it so much.
It's awesome. My culling plan was everyone gets a test, and everyone knows it's the culling. Fair game. It says at the top. The culling test.
Heads up in big 36-point font. Hey, heads up, the culling's here.
Yeah, the first page is just the title page, the culling test.
Okay.
And you take a test, and if you score below a certain grade, you are then you are. This is some dark stuff.
You were you were nicer in your culling than I was. I was immediate death.
Well, here's what I say. Here's what I say we should do. Here's my evil plan. If any one person gets in charge. You do the test. If you score below a certain percentage, you get a vasectomy or whatever. What do they call it when
a snip?
Yeah. Oh, the snip on the woman.
I don't think
anyway, so that you can't.
Tubes tied, right?
Tubes tied.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, so you can't, which is weird because it makes it sound like a woman's body is like an engine,
like a balloon. It sounds
sort.
like a balloon. Like you're gonna tie, like make like a little poodle out of her vagina tubes.
I think the term is like gutty glued. I think you get gutty glued.
Oh, that's sick.
Well, so you score below a certain percentage. You can't have children. That is no longer an option. But you get to live out the rest of your days on Earth. You are employed. You have some kind of job, and you're well treated. And you have a home to live in, but you eventually die and you don't have children.
Right.
See, I think yours is nicer.
Yours is nicer, but it's more set for a uprising.
Exactly what I said.
See, that's what Chad said. That's what Chad
My
said.
first thought was, nope, gotta take him out quick. Like,
Chad's is gonna cut off the problem right away.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're taking the test, there's one guy at the front of the room who's got a rocket launcher. And you can't. If you move, he shoots. The culling, ladies and gentlemen.
The culling.
Coming to a theater near you.
I think I would add that, like, during the culling, we hire the band The Calling to perform their only hit, Wherever You Will Go, from Smallville, and then just play it over the speakers that play over the country.
Hey, and I think, like, at least 5% of people will kill themselves thanks to that.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Joe.
I actually don't even know what that song sounds like.
I'll play it for you. It was like on a bunch of like CW shows before it was CW.
Okay, then I'll definitely want to kill myself after hearing that. Okay.
Paul, I want to put you on the spot. Do you have a fix for the population problem on Earth? There's a lot of people on Earth.
You know, it's funny because I'm just thinking about how, like, when the one evil man becomes the ruler of the world, your resumes are going to be great because you already came up with your culling plans. I don't have one. I'm going to be culled.
We're all culled.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like you're setting yourself up to be culled. Get your snip snip.
Some of us, I'm going to get gutty glue, dude.
Snip.
There are so many people. I was just driving past my first neighborhood that I was living in West Hollywood when I first came here, and there was a huge apartment complex on the corner, and I was like, wow. That used to be a Carl's Jr. where someone got stabbed.
See, I don't think I would be part of the removal of the human race because I don't think I'm better than people. I think I would flee. I would get out.
Wait, what are you talking about? You saying you'd like jump ship? You'd like get off Earth?
Yeah, jump ship, dude. Find a way off the planet. Get off the rock. You know?
You interstellar it.
Got one word for you. One word solution. Ready? Atlantis,
underwater city.
Build it. Let's go.
Oh, I think you were going to say sink the rest of the world and make Atlantis. That's what I was confused about.
I would just sit in the water as long as possible and have as many kids as possible and hope that one of them evolves.
So you're going with the frog method.
I'm going with long term. I'm hoping all my kids want to do the same thing.
If I make enough love to enough frogs, one of these kids are going to make it.
Yeah, something's bound to happen.
I'm just seeing like the whole life of a child being 5. Like, Dad, can we get out of the water? It's like I'm really tired of swimming. It's like, you will swim. Swim, and you will thrive.
Swim backwards.
You will be Waterworld Kevin Costner, and you will thrive.
You will thrive here. Well, we got off. I love our opening conversation. It's the best for the show.
You know, some people hate them.
How?
People are going to get cold. Those people are going to get cold.
I guess some people just like the bumps, man.
Goosebuds.
They just want to get spooked.
Goosebuds for people who will make it through the culling. Maybe.
Hey,
if you listen to this show and you enjoy the intros, you already passed one of the culling tests.
That was the first
Liking
test.
us.
The entire test is just a 20-page quiz on obscure jokes we made on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what. Have you listened to Goosebuds is going to be on that list on my test.
Trick question: if you said yes, you get cold.
In episode 15, what was Dom's frog method? Please explain it in detail. Yeah.
Please draw diagrams of how it would work. Guys,
sounds like a one-way ticket to Atlantis. That's all I'm saying.
It's a one-way ticket to Atlantis. Guys, anyway, welcome to Goosebuds, your podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chad Quant.
I'm Paul.
I'm Dominic.
And we have a special choose your own adventure or give yourself Goosebuds once again.
Oh my God! I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
You guys have no idea what the story is. I've hand-selected one from the archives. Very, very excited. Based on name alone, this could be hot garbage.
Oh, so good. I'm
really excited.
I'm
really excited because I never got to choose last time. I read.
Oh, yeah,
you read. Mm-hmm.
And
last one was the game of chance, and I think that we're gonna have less chance. There's still chance, but that was all. It was all carny games.
It was all carny games, and us flying to the moon, maybe. Yeah, where we avoided that one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where this one goes. Are you guys ready to find out what your adventure is?
Yes.
Me, your dungeon master. Your Goosebumps adventure tonight will be Secret Agent Grandma.
Oh no! Why? Why, Chad?
Because what are you going to find out about Secret Agent Grandma? What's she going to be?
What's on the cover?
Yeah, she's not even scary yet in my brain.
Have you seen the cover? It's real spooky. I'm going to send you the cover right now.
Okay. Let me see this.
Secret Agent Grandma. Oh, I'll leave this for time for a second. Hold on. it's how could I not choose this one? All right, put it in.
Oh God.
I'll cut all this out. Bam.
Ew, what the fuck?
Secret Agent Grandma.
She's a three-eyed Bosk. What the fuck?
It is an alien ripping off a grandma suit standing in a field of flowers.
Oh my. Oh, there's 20 different scary endings.
There's 20 different scary endings that can hit you here in the Secret Agent Grandma. Maybe.
I'm mostly concerned because the background looks like a diseased scab.
It does,
Ew.
actually.
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
it
just like a weird
does.
pus red with like liver spots.
Yeah, or like a soup of primordial ooze with just evil plankton inside of it.
Yeah, like demon areolas. That's
Demon
what I think it is.
planktons. Demon areolas. Yeah, there it is.
Demon areolas. I'm talking big old demon nip.
big old Lucifer pepperonis.
Why the title Secret Agent Grandma? You could have called this Grandma is an Alien,
And that's way scarier.
Unless that's a
way-
fake out
I mean,
cover.
that's more pertaining to the Goosebumps flavor and the illustration here.
Well, let me pitch you a scarier scenario. This might be in this book because I have not read Secret Agent Grandma. It might be that your grandma works for the government and can look up all of your search history. Think about that.
That's
no.
horrifying.
Oh no, Grandma! Don't look up cream pie. No.
That's always struck me as such a gnarly thing to be into. Be like, oh yeah, I gotta see that. Gotta see.
Oh yeah, I want to see that
Like,
girl
yeah.
get pregnant.
Oh, it's so nasty. Who wants that?
Yeah.
Hey,
like, why?
Hey,
why?
we support people who Google that stuff and want to pretend that the lady gets. All right, hold on. Let's get real talk for a second. My favorite
Let's hear
part
it.
of I'll be honest, I've looked at those things. Is that usually then they jumps cuts to 9 months later a weird scenario where the porn star pretends to be pregnant.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
I've
the
never
best thing.
seen
It's
that.
the most the reason I watch it is honestly for that. It's like, and then it just jump cuts to her like with a basketball under her shirt, going like, "Oh, brother, I can't believe I got pregnant. I guess I'll be a
What?
mom now." And then going like,
What?
Yep, it's great.
Why is there this sad reality, like this morbid reality that's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a dad. See ya, babe.
No, I think he sticks around too. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
this, like,
is
accident-
he like smoking a pipe now?
He's like, yeah, accidental responsibility. I love it. That's so hot.
You know what, man? That fucking crazy sex we had was the thing that changed my life. I love being a dad,
you
and I
just read
can't
the-
wait to welcome little Fred into our world. Who would name their baby Fred? I don't know.
I
But
really like this family that we're creating.
yeah, me too,
I'm
man.
really happy for him. All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
Secret Agent Grandma. Are you guys ready? Let's go over the rules a little bit again. I believe we'll say that you guys get 3 lives. We didn't have that problem last time.
Way too many last
we
time,
aced
but that's
it.
okay.
Let's go. You know what? Let's play a little dangerous. Let's go 2 lives.
I like it.
Hey, if Grandma kills me twice, I want to die in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Grandma killed me once. Shame on me. Shame on you. Grandma killed me twice. Fool me second time.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
That's the phrase. That's the phrase. Are you boys ready?
If Grandma fools you once, shame on her.
Shame on her.
If Grandma calls you.
Grandma calls you.
If Grandma kills you twice, I was gonna say the call's on you. That's what I was gonna say.
Grandma. Oh my God, Grandma calling's a great idea. You would never see it coming.
If the grandmas all rose up,
Yeah, and then they go out because they're not going to like procreate anymore, so it just helps the population even more. I hope that's what the story is.
I just got my culling idea.
Yeah.
Children of the Corn.
Okay.
The children
Right.
rise up and kill. That's what it should be.
They just take all the old people out.
Yeah, I want a Children of the Corn situation. That's how I would want the culling to happen.
What's our threshold age for who makes it and who doesn't?
13.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who's going to drive all the cars, Paul?
It's going to be mayhem. Can you imagine all those 13-year-olds getting into cars for the first time? That's going to increase the culling.
So what you're pitching is the CBS show Kid Nation as a real thing, except
Because I'd watch it.
So they
I'll be
canceled
watching
Kid Nation because kids might have got killed.
I'll be watching it from space because that shit was entertaining as fuck.
Dude, I'll be watching it from Atlantis, baby. Getting it on my aqua tube.
With my frog babies all around me.
I'll be watching as the
Yeah,
kids
dude, I'll
eat
be
me
down in Froglantis chilling.
with my new frog child.
My frog baby and his big old sweet eyes.
Are you boys ready for Pimp Secret
I
Agent
am
Grandma?
ready.
I am ready. Paul, do you want to give yourself a character to roleplay as?
Do you think What if RL gives me some and then I have a crisis of identity?
I think you guys should let it go, and as it starts picking, you identify which character. Because obviously, it's going to be a you, like you're one person. So right now, just pick like, give me a little bit of give me a one log line about your backstory, real quick.
Okay. My name's Paul, and well, I'm about 14. No, wait, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
okay.
I'm sure there's kids involved.
My name's
in it.
Raylan, and I make candy in my free time.
You make candy.
I love Raylan. I instantly love Raylan.
It's my hobby. I learned early that I love candy, and I like to make it.
Raylan, what's your favorite?
Raylan,
Can you
no,
end
no.
all your sentences
I feel-
with Raylan?
Raylan's got a little bit of a tang to his voice.
Raylan, what's your favorite type of candy?
All of it.
Oh my God, Raylan.
All of it.
Oh,
Candy
okay,
as a whole.
so Raylan and Dom are hanging out. Or
Paul. My name is Paul.
Sorry,
Paul
Paul.
and Raylan.
Paul and
Yeah,
Raylan.
Paul and Raylan. Yeah.
Okay.
and,
What's Paul's backstory? Let me hear that.
Yeah, Paul always wanted to be a hockey star, but when he broke his leg when he was 12, he threw out all his hockey stuff like in a sad movie.
That's the end of his life. That was the end.
Oh
of his...
yeah, and now he's 14. The leg has healed, but it still gives him trouble.
Oh man, these are some sympathetic characters.
he's got a troubled past, so we'll see what happens.
Let's see if this kid from the wrong side of the tracks and a candy maker can make it out with Secret Agent Grandma. Nothing's going to happen to me, you shout down to your mother. She gazes up at you from the bottom of the stairs. Her packed suitcases sit waiting by the front door. You recognize that worried look on her face. Do you remember everything I told you? She asks. Her forehead wrinkles in concern. Or should I write it down? Mom, I'm not a baby. You plop onto the top step of the staircase and repeat your instructions for the 5th time. I take a cab to the railroad station. I wait on the platform at the incoming side of the station. Grandma's train arrives at 1 p.m. Are you guys writing all this down? This is super important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to actually remember this because I feel like
It's going to come up. I don't know if you can give this book too much credit. I'll know her by the yellow stretch pants and purple shirt she'll be wearing. Then, if she hasn't been arrested by the fashion police for wearing such a wacko outfit...
Oh, yeah.
Damn, hey, I wanted to say this. I like Grandma's outfit. Go on.
Don't make fun of your grandmother, your mother cuts in. She's unusual, but I'm sure you two will get along fine. Your mother's right, your dad adds, coming through the front door. Your grandma is full of surprises. Yeah, sure, you think. How is some little old lady going to surprise me? Your dad picks up the remaining suitcases and heads back onto the car. Your mother doesn't move. You flash her your most trustworthy smile. She sighs. I guess she'll be all right, she says uncertainly. Of course I will, you assure her. What could happen? You follow your mom out to the car as you wave as your parents drive away. That's kind of confusing. The moment their car turns the corner, you leap into the air. Freedom, you cry, and a wicked dance party starts. All the kids come in, keggers, dancers.
What?
Whoa, this is awesome.
That's what you just added that, sorry. No parents for a whole week, just a 75-year-old grandma. She'll probably spend the whole time snoozing on the sun porch. You'll practically be on your own. The cab arrives and you hop in. So you're going to go pick up your grandma?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, why the hell isn't she just coming to the
I'm
house?
very confused. You instruct the driver to take you to the train station. But as he nears the station, you have a pang of doubt. You haven't seen your grandmother since you were a little kid. You wonder if you'll recognize her. Worry until page 3. You may not recognize...
Wait, does it really say worry?
Yeah, worry until page 3. There's like verb instructions. It's really strange. You may not recognize Grandma's face. You tell yourself, but you'll definitely spot her purple and yellow outfit. Besides, she'll know you from the photos your parents sent her. Again, your parents could just go for this part of the transaction. I'm very
Right, of
confused.
course.
You pay the driver...
Why hasn't Grandma seen us in a long time?
Yeah, she's awfully estranged.
It seems like the
yeah.
parents are kind of staying away from Grandma.
It seems like there's a bit of a divide in this family, and they're leaving up a lot of the reunion to just the kid, who they just
Yeah.
left on their own.
They are.
You know, I feel like Grandma doesn't even know me, you know? She wasn't even there when I threw my hockey stuff away.
Yeah, and she hasn't had any of my candy.
Yeah, she hasn't had any of Raylan's
Oh my God,
kid.
Raylan's
Which is how I
candy
tell my-
sweeping the country.
That's how I tell the story of my life, is through my candy, okay?
You can taste it. You can taste both the happiness and the pain.
You can taste that lack of Grandma in the candy.
Yes.
It's actually
That
called
void.
Raylan's Have No Mother Figures candy.
Raylan's sweetless, flavorless sour dust.
Sour it is.
Sourdoughs. You pay the driver and hop out. Hey, that's weird, you think. Why was your name announced over the loudspeaker? You rush to the information booth inside the station, wondering what could be wrong. You just paged me, you tell the young man in the booth. You got a call. He hands you a phone. Hello? There's a lot of static on the line. You can barely hear, but it's definitely your mom's voice. We're on the plane home immediately. What? I can't hear you, you shout into the phone. Do you want me to go home? What about Grandma? Psst, danger. Grandmother. That's all you hear. Then the line goes dead.
What the? Where are they? Did they just leave right before us?
Wait, hold on. This book was written in like 95 and there's a plane phone?
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, I mean, there used to be planes on phones, or phones on planes, right?
Was there?
Really? Did they stop it?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm only 14.
I was not alive for this. Okay. A chill runs through you. What was your mother trying to say? Is your grandmother in trouble? Is there danger at the station? As you hand the phone back to the information clerk, the whole train station begins to rumble. Could this be what your mother was trying to warn you about? Should you get out of there and go home, or are you supposed to find your grandmother? This is your first choice, boys.
Ooh, go home. I say we go home.
I say we find our grandma. I mean,
That's what they
was
want us
definitely
to
a
do.
train coming into the station. That's some Goosebumps shit.
Yes, it is. But
Wait,
they want us to find Grandma. They're leading us, Dom.
If we try to escape, we're gonna run into Grandma.
I think you're right.
Wait, so you want to escape anyway?
Yeah, I mean, let's escape. I feel like this is going to matter.
Okay, if you get out of there right away.
I want to escape.
Turning to page 12. The station rattles and shakes around you. Your hands clutch the information counter so tightly your fingers cramp. A framed picture on the wall behind the clerk crashes to the floor. Get me out of here! You spin and dash out of the station. Your heart pounds and your brain comes and gasps as you race along the sidewalk. Whoops! Too bad you weren't looking where you're going. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen the garbage truck before you landed in the middle of the gunk, the goo, and the gross slime.
What?
Ew! Hold your nose and close the book quickly. You stink. You come to a very smelly end.
What? Paul!
Wait,
Raylan!
wait, you weren't even hit by a garbage truck. You just fell into some trash?
It's some trash.
And now you smell bad, and now our adventure is over.
Okay, you panicked and ran into trash. All right, listen. I'm going to count that as a half death. You guys didn't really die. You just smelled bad.
Okay.
That's DM rules here.
That's not a real death. Hey, who puts a death at the beginning of the book?
Oh, Goosebumps dudes.
God
Boy.
damn.
Okay, so you guys are already some smelly boys. I assume you want to go find Grandma.
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay, you go to
No,
find
start
Grandma.
reading from the beginning. I need to be reincarnated as a new child.
Yeah.
I will do no such thing. You can't go home without your grandma, even if you feel as if you're in the middle of an earthquake. You clutch the information counter to keep from falling over. You smile at the clerk, hoping to mask your fear. Train coming, the clerk informs you, shouting
Called
over the
it.
noises. Every time one
Fucking
comes
called
in,
it.
this old station rattles like a baby's toy, which is a phrase no one's ever used.
Sounds like this building's not up to code in any way.
It's weird.
Which
the towers
means that
flick.
escaping sounds like a really good idea. Maybe we should go do that.
This book is
again.
punishing kids for having survival instincts.
Yeah.
It's trying to help prepare them for the culling. I knew that, you fib. You hope the clerk doesn't notice how white your knuckles are. The rattling stops with a loud screech of brakes. You make your way out onto the platform just as the doors to the train open. Mobs of people push their way out of the doors. You scan the crowd, searching for an old lady in yellow pants and a purple shirt. No luck. Hey, what are you doing here? A voice calls. You're surprised to see your friends, Chuck and Ginny, rushing towards you. Hey guys, new characters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, you greet them. I'm here to meet my grandmother. How about you? We're going to the hockey game, remember? Chuck tells you. I invited you. Oh my god!
Oh no, I don't want to go to the hockey game. I'm sorry. I just something's come up. I got to get my grandma.
Suddenly flashes before your eyes. You throwing sticks into a trash can. Your dad yelling at you. Disappointment. The goal line. 0 seconds left. You fire a shot. Failure. Your leg breaks.
Oh,
Hey,
No!
little detail they left out. Jimmy makes a mean ganache. They're not including that part. They always leave the candy making details out.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, dude. If Candy comes into this story, holy shit.
Oh my god.
Our moms are letting us take the train on our own, Ginny adds. Of course, we had to promise to stay out of trouble. Ginny giggles. As if. Have fun with Grandma, Chuck teases. They board the train. You sigh jealously as you scan the thinning crowd. You won't go to that hockey game there, Dom.
Damn.
Still, no grandmother. Is this what your mother has been trying to tell you? That your grandmother wasn't coming after all? They abandoned this child at home. You're about to leave the station when you hear something that stops you in your tracks. Something terrible. Cookie? Cookie over here. You shudder hearing your old nickname. You hate that name. Luckily, Ginny and Chuck aren't around to hear it. Cookie? You turn toward the voice. At the end of the station, you see a woman with white hair. She's waving wildly. No way to mistake her for anyone else. Not in those clothes. You're really sassy for a 14-year-old.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
You wave back, approaching her cautiously. Anyone who would call you Cookie is likely to pinch your cheeks, too. As you stroll down the platform, something catches your eye. Bright red letters scrawled across one of the train windows. A message! If your mother hadn't made that strange phone call, you wouldn't have thought twice about it. Now you have an odd feeling. Maybe the message is meant for you. You gaze at the train window. You read the red letters aloud. This is strange because it's like a word puzzle. Emple.
Oh, is it?
Emple.
Was it?
Here's what we're gonna do.
Spell them out.
I'm gonna spell it out. EMPLEH. Over and over again.
It says help me.
Yes, okay. Also, it's very obvious. It's very obvious for anyone who's not four. Emple, you mutter. What does it mean? It doesn't sound familiar. Maybe it's not an English word. That terrible nickname interrupts your thoughts. Cookie, I'm waiting for a big hug and kiss. Exactly what you were afraid of. Hi, Grandma. You stop several inches away from her, just beyond her reach. Wrong. Grandma throws her arms around you, squeezing you hard. So hard you can barely breathe. Finally, she releases you. Cabs are at the other end of the station, you gasp, trying to catch your breath. Grandma follows behind you, clattering all the way. She asks about your school, your parents, and your mother's rose bushes. On the way out of the station, you pass the train window with the message again. I've got it, you think. I know what it means. Do you really? If you know what it says, turn to page 14. If you need help to figure it out, turn to page 129.
I kind of want to go to page 129 just to see what happens.
No. Let's go to 14. We fucking know. I gotta see Grandma become a secret agent already.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we're smart.
Guys, talk amongst yourself for a second.
Okay.
So, about that hockey past of yours, Paul.
Yeah, I don't play hockey anymore,
Okay, I'm ready.
I guess I threw out my hockey fix.
Okay.
And I guess they don't sell those things anymore, so I can't buy any new ones.
You ever break your leg?
Great, I'm glad I let this character development go. But I'm ready.
Okay.
You know what the letters spell. It's so simple that you laugh at yourself for not getting it sooner. Empla. Whoever wrote the message on the inside of the window didn't realize it would be read backward on the outside. Empla is help me. Written backward, you say it out loud. What did you say, dear? Grandma asked. Do you need help with something? You're about to tell her about the message when something you see inside the train stops you. You stare past the letters on the window and into the compartment. Your eyes widen. You blink several times. You take a step closer to the window. Your nose presses up against the glass. You don't believe what you're seeing. You gaze at the startling scene through the window. Inside the train compartment is two people just going at it. Real hot dog style. No. Inside the train compartment, a woman struggles fiercely with two men. Whoa. The men wear tan overcoats and large, dark sunglasses. But it's the woman who holds your attention. A white-haired woman wearing yellow stretch pants and a purple shirt. She's a dead ringer for your grandma.
Whoa!
The two thug-like men yank her under each arm and lift her out of the seat. Her terrified eyes lock onto yours as she is dragged roughly into the aisle. The men pull her toward the door at the far end of the car. Is something wrong? A voice asks behind you. You turn and face your grandmother standing on the platform. She and the woman on the train could be twins. What's going on? Is this woman really your grandmother? Or is it your real grandmother in terrible trouble on the train? Shouldn't we be getting a taxi, Cookie? You stare at her. Could you have made a mistake? All aboard! The conductor shouts. The train lets out an exhausted wheeze, then slowly pulls forward. You could jump on the train now and find out if the woman in danger is your real grandma, or you could assume the woman standing in front of you is the right woman. After all, she recognized you, and you didn't get a good look at the woman on the train. It's now or never. What are you going to do?
Here's what I'm thinking. They would totally throw a decoy on that train to try and fool us. That's definitely what's happening here.
I think this is a big decisive choice, my friends.
I think we got to go on the train.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we totally got to go on the train.
You got to go on that train.
Grandmother.
No matter what, even if it's not your grandma, like a woman's being kidnapped.
Yeah, we got to help.
Okay, so you guys are going to leave
well,
on the train.
they may be government men, so I don't know if it's necessarily kidnapping. As
True.
much
The
as
government
it
never
is
kidnaps.
Are you
culling.
saying the government can't kidnap someone?
I'm saying they can cull. They can cull real good.
It's called culling
It
when they
might
do
be a
it.
culling. So we're getting on that train.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you leap aboard the train. You have to find out if that woman in trouble is your grandmother. Besides, you're dying to find out why those men in dark glasses were fighting with a little old lady and having such a hard time. The train starts to pull out of the station. You race down the platform, searching for a good spot to jump aboard. Your legs and arms pump hard, your muscles straining, as you match the speed of the train. Cookie, come back here! What are you doing? Grandma's voice floats after you. If I'm wrong, you think, and the woman on the train isn't my real grandma, I'm going to be in big trouble. But you're not going to back out now. You take a deep breath and leap! Will you make it?
Oh shit.
You
Yeah,
miss the train
we-
and fall
we
on the train
choose
tracks.
yes.
Yeah, there you go. Let's just for shits and giggles. Let's see what we say no. You land on the third rail. Thousands of electricity bolts coursing through your body. You land on
You find you have a new control over electricity.
much like Ernest Goes to Jail. You find yourself now covered in electricity powers when given the chair.
And inside a bank.
Inside a bank. That's right. It's to rob a bank or something. You land on the small platform between train compartments. You flail your arms as you struggle to regain your balance. Once you feel steady on your feet, you fling the door open. Everyone stares at you as you enter the car. You nervously run a hand through your hair. Real cool. You try to act as if jumping between the cars of a moving train is the most natural thing in the world. You have a feeling you're not very convincing. You hurry into the next car. The struggling woman was several cars ahead. You head through the swaying train, planning to pick up the woman's trail from where you'd last seen her. I like this is a trail. It's either direct or
A trail straight.
straight. But maybe you're in over your head. Those thugs in dark glasses look dangerous. Maybe you need help. If you think you should tell someone what you saw, turn to page 70. If you want to follow the woman's trail yourself, turn to page 80.
I think
say
like
we
telling
keep it
anyone
cool.
would result in us getting shot.
Yeah.
So no tell. Okay, don't tell anyone.
No talking.
All right, you're not gonna tell anyone. No snitching. You have a funny feeling no one would believe you if you said you had twin grandmas and one's in trouble on the train. You're not even sure if you believe you. You decide to investigate on your own. You continue through the moving train. You arrive at the compartment with a message in the window. It's smeared, but traces of the red letters are still there. You eat the lipstick and taste it. Definitely grandma. You aren't crazy after.
Hold on, wait. Was that not a made up?
that was made up. That was made up.
Chad's bringing his own flavor to this.
Yeah,
I love
this
it.
reading. You
That
know?
was a
Just
great.
throwing
That was a great one.
details in
That was
there.
a good one.
You aren't crazy after all.
I was fooled for a moment.
You
there.
never know with this book what's real or what's not. You search the seat for clues, a lost wallet, or luggage, anything to prove the woman's identity, but you find nothing. You get to the door at the far end of the car and reach for the handle. A heavy hand lands on your shoulder. Where do you think you're going? A gruff voice demands. Uh-oh, who has you in such a strong grip? Quick, flip to page 89. You wriggle out of the hand's grasp and spin around. The train conductor glares down at you. Strange, you think. He's wearing
He should
dark
be driving
glasses.
the train.
He should be driving
Yeah.
the train. He saw a kid jump on board. He's like, I gotta take care of that. Strange, you think. He's wearing dark glasses. But that what he says isn't strange at all. Ticket, please. Oops, you forgot about needing a ticket. Now what? If you stall while you try to figure a way out of the situation, turn to page 21. If you explain to the conductor the real reason you're on the train, turn to page 92.
He's throwing us off this train, regardless, right?
I don't
We
know.
gotta stall.
That
We
would
gotta
kill
stall.
a
He's gonna
child.
let a kid stall.
The kid's gonna stall?
I'm down to stall. I'm DPS.
I like that you think this conductor's gonna throw a kid off of a moving train.
Well, I mean, Dom thought that we were going to
Yeah,
get
I mean-
shot earlier, so.
Well, I'm still pretty sure telling him that we're looking for our grandma is gonna get a shot. I mean, it's called Secret Agent Grandma.
Secret
guys.
Agent Grandma, that's right. All right.
Yeah.
Be like, wait, your grandma, her grandson? Fucking die, you shit.
I really hope that happens. All right, so we're gonna stall, right?
Yes.
Ticket, you repeat. You smile up at the conductor. He doesn't smile back. You spot Chuck and Ginny entering the compartment. That's right, they got on the train.
Oh,
Great.
it's Ginny.
Ginny.
Oh.
I'm saying Ginny, assuming like Harry Potter, but it could be Guinea. I don't know. Great. Hi, I was looking for you. You dart past the conductor and join your friends. He wants to see my ticket, you explain. You hope they'll come up with an idea, or some cash. If you weren't always late, you would have your ticket, Ginny scolds. Then she winks at you. You guys are real smooth. That's right, Chuck tells the conductor. My mom is picking us up in Evanstown. She'll pay when we arrive. We promised our parents...
That happens all the time.
happens all the time.
Fucking, hey man, let me ride. My mom's picking me up and she's got money.
We promised our parents we wouldn't get into trouble, Ginny gushes. You want to gag. But why? You want to gag, but Ginny's act works. Okay. The conductor pats Ginny's head. As long as the ticket gets paid for. He strolls out of the train car. You thought this guy was going to shoot you, Dob.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he knows that that's our grandma, he's going to shoot us.
That's true.
Dude.
That's how secret agents do.
What was that about? Chuck demands. Why are you on the train? Aren't you supposed to be with your grandmother? You tell him about the strange scene you witnessed. That woman might be my real grandma, you exclaim. You have to help me search the train. Ginny and Chuck gaze at each other. No way, Chuck begins. Your heart sinks. No way are we going to miss out on an adventure like this, Ginny finishes for Chuck. Great, you cry. I like that they left you hanging on that.
Yeah, nice Goosebuds fashion. Goosebumps.
My friend-
We're the Goosebuds.
Will my
guys.
friend
Let's
reject
remember
you
that.
on the train?
Yeah, Goosebud wouldn't do that to another Goosebud.
Nah.
No,
Wouldn't
Goosebuds
do
ride
that to you,
together, die
Raylan.
together.
Thanks, Paul.
You got it.
I like that. You quickly explain that you were about to check out the train cars in the direction the thugs dragged your grandma. Or the grandma imposter. Whoever. What are we waiting for? Chuck urges. Let's go! The three of you hurry into the next car. And then the car after that. And then the car after that. This is really exciting. Aren't you sure of what you saw? Ginny asks. I mean, why would two tough guys go after somebody's grandmother? Maybe it's just a coincidence that the two ladies were wearing the same clothes, Chuck adds. No, I know what I saw, you insist. But inside, you wondered the same thing. You arrive at the last car. On the door is a yellow sign with large black letters. No entry. You notice Ginny and Chuck exchange a worried look. Before they can change their minds about helping you, you yank open the door. The three of you pile into the car. There's no choice here whether or not you go in or not. That's what I thought was interesting.
Weak.
You gasp, stunned by the shocking sight in front of you. You've entered the baggage compartment, but luggage isn't what the three of you have seen frozen in place, eyes wide. Your grandmother sits on a chair, surrounded by suitcases. I am the Lord of Luggage, she says. She gazes straight ahead, unblinking. A strange orange light beams down onto her. She doesn't move, and although her eyes are open, she doesn't seem to see you. Is she, you know? I can't tell, you reply. I think she's alive, but... I know a way to find out, Chuck says. He jumps up and down, puts his fingers on his nose, and howls in Grandma's ear. Wow, what a punk.
Yeah, Jesus.
What the
Chuck.
hell?
No reaction from Grandma. You swallow hard.
Can I choose to not be that guy's friend anymore? That's my fucking grandma, asshole.
You dumb asshole. Wait.
First he rubs her face in that hockey game, and now this.
You're right, man. You're having a real emotional day. Wait,
Chuck,
she is
you
alive,
shit.
Ginny murmurs, creeping closer. I can see her breathing. Then why doesn't she say something, you worry aloud? Maybe she's under some kind of spell, Ginny whispers. Maybe it's this weird light, Chuck suggests. He waves a hand into the orange beam. Pow! Chuck's body flies across the railroad car. He lands in a crumpled heap on top of a suitcase. I think he's no longer your friend. Chuck, you shriek. You race to his side. He's out cold. Ginny kneels beside you. What happened to him? She cries. The orange light. It must be a force field of some kind, you answer. That's why Grandma can't move. Ginny's frightened eyes meet yours. What are we going to do now, she asks. You guys, by the way...
he deciphered the force field thing a lot quicker than he did the help me.
Very quick.
He's picking things up.
In force fields, he knows. He's played Sonic.
Yes.
I believe that is a second refracting photon shield. I reckon. You wish you knew what to tell Ginny. Whoa, what happened? Chuck murmurs. His eyes blink open. Who hit me? You and Ginny help him to his feet. It wasn't a who, you explain. It was a what. You point to the orange force field. I never knew light could feel so solid. Chuck rubs his face groggily. We better keep out of sight while we decide what to do, you suggest. No telling who'll come in. Chuck and Ginny nod their agreement. The three of you duck behind a large set of trunks. Just in time, you hear the door slide open. Boys, you guys haven't made a lot of decisions yet.
Not many, no.
You poke your head up.
You know, that's kind of life. It just kind of happens.
Especially as a 14-year-old kid, I guess you're kind of just going. You poke your head up and peer over the trunks. Two thugs in overcoats and sunglasses enter the baggage car. The same guys you saw fighting with your grandma. Yikes! Do you say guys? When they remove their dark glasses, you discover they aren't guys at all. Not human guys, anyway. They're eyes! They're the size of ping pong balls and glow a creepy yellow. Like lizards, they have no eyelids. Chills of terror. Yeah. Chills of terror make your fingers and toes tingle. You slink back down behind the trunks. We're in terrible danger, you whisper to Ginny and Chuck. Chuck gulps. Let's wait until they leave, then grab your grandma and scram. How are we supposed to grab her through the force field, Ginny demands. It almost fried you. Then maybe we should overpower those creeps, Chuck suggests. There are 2 of them and 3 of us, and 14-year-olds are really strong. Chuck and Ginny can't agree. They want you to decide. Will you attack the yellow-eyed creatures, or will you wait for them to leave until you can save Grandma from the orange beam?
I think we gotta wait, right?
Yeah, we should wait, I feel like I got that. I'm just going to go back to that bad leg one more time. I'm not in any shape.
Okay.
I'm not in any shape.
You guys are playing this real safe, I gotta say.
Have pretty advanced diabetes from all the candy tasting, too, so...
Yeah, it's super advanced. You are losing your hair. I don't know if that's related, but you started losing your hair.
I have 2 steel legs.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They did call you Alloy Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still your friend, though.
Thank you. We're legless friends.
I hope the next page is you guys watching as the lizard men just eat your grandma. Those guys aren't human, you tell Ginny and Chuck. You shudder. I don't want to try taking them on. You, Chuck, and Ginny scrunch down as low as you can behind the trunks. You try to not even breathe. Then you hear the door slide open again. Have they left, you wonder? Or did someone else come in? Only one way to find out. You crawl between packing crates and boxes, searching for signs of the creatures. As you slide along the floor, something hooks around your ankle. Crash! A large rectangular mirror wrapped in plastic thuds on the floor right behind you. Very strange, particular prop to point out.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did those yellow-eyed creatures hear you? Are you about to be zapped? You wait. Nothing happens. Phew! You let your breath. The creatures must have left. You're safe. Are you okay? Chuck asks, rushing over. You sit up and untangle the packing twine that wraps around your ankle. You got really tangled real easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a GD spider's nest in here.
We better move fast, Ginny warns. That crash was really loud. Someone might come to see what it was. Yeah, Chuck agrees. He helps you lift the mirror back upright. Luckily, it didn't break. Okay. So how are we going to break through the orange force field and grab your grandma? You scratch your head. You murmur. Then the mirror gives you an idea. Help me with this thing, you instruct Chuck and Ginny. Together, the 3 of you unwrap the large mirror. Then you carry it over to your frozen grandma. If we find the right angle, you explain, we should be able to deflect the beams of the force field. Again, really smart kid.
Yeah, really figuring this.
Super smart.
He's
Super
not good
smart.
with anagrams, but science, that's his thing.
He would perhaps need a mirror to read the message from earlier, but he knows he can use a mirror to deflect beams.
That's very ironic. What are you doing in here? A voice demands behind you. Your head whips around. They're back! The 2 thugs in overcoats and sunglasses. Quick, you shriek. Lift! You, Chuck, and Ginny hoist the heavy mirror over your heads. It pierces the orange beam. The rays bend and bounce off the mirror, straight at the 2 thugs. The 2 creatures stand frozen in place. It's working, you cry. Grab Grandma! You lean the mirror against a luggage rack, aiming the beam directly at the creatures. Chuck and Ginny lift Grandma out of the chair. She's still out cold, but at least you've rescued her from the force field. This is an insane story, by the way.
This is fucking crazy.
This is insane because we needed to lift the mirror to stun them, and then we could also lazily just leave it on the ground. So holding the mirror up didn't do anything, apparently.
No,
You
not
just put
really.
it right back down on the ground.
Out the back, you shout. Hurry! Chuck and Ginny drag Grandma out the back door. You follow right behind them. Oops, you forgot you were in the last car. So genius, Ginny says as he strains a hold of Grandma. Now what? You glance around, hoping for an idea. Your eyes land
Walk around the frozen guys.
Have punched them both in the balls multiple times.
Mine was going to be wait for the train to stop and then get off. That also would work.
These seem like
Yeah,
great
that also
choices
works.
for a choose-your-own-adventure story to offer to you right now. You glance around, hoping for an idea. Your eyes land on a ladder leading to the top of the train. Up there, you grab a rung and climb. At the top, you reach down and help lug up Grandma. Your muscles strain with the effort. Chuck and Ginny shove her below as you yank her limp arms. So she's like a dead grandma.
Yeah, it's just dead weight they're carrying around.
Like her head just
Dude,
banging up every rung of the ladder and like hitting the door as you pull her up.
I remember when I pulled you up on that train, Grandma. That was fun. We had a nice day.
We had that fun weekend at Bernie's Adventure that one time. That was great.
Your grandma's in an iron lung as you tell her this story.
Yeah.
We don't know how long the force field will hold, you warn. We better keep moving. The three of you drag Grandma across the car tops. It's tough going.
Wow.
You're not sure if this is such a good idea. I'll see if anyone is looking for us. You scurry to the side of the train. Grab by ankles. Ginny and Chuck...
What the fuck?
grabs your ankles and lower you down head first. You peer into the train car window and gasp. The train car is filled with people in sunglasses. One of
And
them
they're
notices
fucking.
that they're all going at it. It's a crazy orgy train. Actually, that'd be kind of great. You have sunglasses on, so you can't really make eye contact with anyone during the orgy, right? Like,
Mhm, it's like a
Perfect.
Venetian mask party, yeah.
it's a modern day Venetian mask. The train car is filled with people in sunglasses. One of them notices you. He points and moves closer to the window. He pulls off his glasses to take a better look. Get little ping pong ball eyes. Pull me up, you shriek. Ginny and Chuck lift you back on top of the train. They saw me. They know we're up here, you yell. They'll be after us any second. Ginny and Chuck stare at each other. Their faces are white with fear. Yours is too. You're also just white kids, if you guys aren't sure. I'm assuming you guys are white. We're going to have a hard time escaping with your grandmother like that, Chuck points to Grandma. She looks like a limp rag doll. We can't waste any time, you urge. You peek over the side of the train again and stare into a pair of yellow eyes gazing up at you. One of the creatures is leaning out the window. Do something fast. If you leap from the train before it's too late, turn to page 10. If you throw Grandma from the train to distract them, turn to page 28.
What?
No,
Those
that's not
There's
real.
a
That last
throw
one's not-
a grandma off a train option.
That
I
one's-
was
sorry.
waiting for that.
That one's not real. I'm sorry. If you leap
Oh,
from the
damn
train,
it.
if you leap from the train, or you can wake Grandma so you can try to crawl away.
We gotta wait,
Wait.
Grandma, or
You
else
can
we
leap
leave her
from the
behind.
train with everyone, I guess, or you can wake Grandma and try to crawl away.
Real disappointed there isn't a
Throw Grandma, yeah.
train
I
choice
mean,
here,
you-
Chad.
you
But I
basically-
think waking grandma is the good choice.
I'm gonna go with waking as well.
Okay, no train jump. Okay, waking Grandma. We've got to wake Grandma, you tell the others. What's my favorite board game? We won't be able to escape any other way. Sorry, that joke didn't really land. You, Ginny, and Chuck rush over to Grandma. You guys remember that board game, Don't Wake Daddy? That's the weird reference I was
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about. Oh my god.
That weird, subtle, like, my dad will beat me if he wakes up at night.
Yeah.
You, Ginny, and Chuck rush over to Grandma. You rub her hands and pat her face lightly. Finally, she comes around. So, just to clarify...
That was easy. Not the banging her head.
Not
on
to
things.
bang in her head, not to be stuck in a force field beam, not screaming her in her ears. Just a light tap on the face.
Just the silky paws of her loving grandson.
I'm gonna say this, guys. If I was in the scenario, that would be my first attempt at waking her.
Yeah, I
and
think
I would
so.
be stoked if it did. 'Cause I don't want to like jostle anyone around, especially an old person. You know.
No, she's
Yeah.
got old fragile bones.
Yeah, and skin and muscles.
Well,
they
hey.
can also get damaged.
Well,
All
hey,
of those things are fragile.
Yeah,
the-
I'm just saying when you're old, pretty much anything's fair game.
You're really
for
just a glass
the rest of the
menagerie of a
world.
person. You're a glass menagerie. That's really what you
Yeah.
are.
Yes.
My, she murmurs. What am I doing up here? You describe everything that has happened. She clucks and shakes her head. Is she a chicken woman? She clucks and shakes her head.
At least it isn't an alien sound yet.
No,
so that's okay.
yeah. I was afraid they
She
might...
continues to cluck. She begins making predator noises.
She starts going.
She eats your
into the
face.
air. She eats her own face. I was afraid.
And then throw her becomes an option.
Yeah, that's a
But go on.
She shakes her head. I was afraid they might be onto me. Then Grandma tells you an amazing story. She's a secret agent specializing in alien investigations.
Oh, dude, Men in
What?
Black came out right before this, didn't it? Oh my god.
I've been tracking the ethereal Mithra Dithra, she explains. That was
Mithra Dithra.
capitalized in hyphens, just for all you sci-fi nerds. The evil Mithra Dithra. Okay. Obviously, she assumed my identity. Oh, that's a person. Okay, Mithra Dithra is a person, not a race of people.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Obviously, she assumed my identity. That's why you saw two of us at the train station, and why those creatures captured me. Your head swims. This is unbelievable! But you know your grandma's telling you the truth. Grandma smiles at you. You three did very well, she says. I have an assignment for you, if you dare. If you accept the assignment, turn to page 34.
Hell yes.
Yeah,
Or,
fuck yeah.
hold on, let's hear the other option. If you've had enough of aliens in danger, turn to page 46.
Honestly,
danger.
this. Now that you mention what the other option is, I'm kind of thinking maybe it's not a bad idea. No, I think this is it, man. This is my one last chance for redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could finally get that hockey leg back.
She
dude.
goes,
I'll
I need
score
you-
that last second overtime metaphorical goal.
Yeah, no, what she does is she goes, Polly, there's an evil alien spaceship, and only you can knock this cryo grenade into its exhaust port. It's about the size of a hockey puck. Polly, I believe in you. Polly, do it. Okay, so we're gonna go for the assignment.
Let's do
Yes.
it.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna tell you what happens if you say no.
Please do.
Are you kidding? You're turning down the chance to have a close encounter of the alien kind? You'd rather go home than spy on creatures from outer space? Boy, you sure aren't the kind of kid who usually reads Give Yourself Goosebumps.
Damn.
Damn. What?
Hold on. Maybe you should go get your baby brother's nursery rhymes.
Oh.
Does it really say that?
Yes. Yeah. Pick this book up again when you stop being such a wimp, you fuck boy. That's all true except for the last thing.
Damn. No, RL created the
term fuckboy, yeah.
Yeah, he said fuckboy in this early. We've established that, I think, multiple times. Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys accept.
He also invented the fuckboy as a character.
Yes, that was. I believe that was Goosebumps 38, The Curse of the Fuckboy.
And you know why it's scary?
Why?
Because it's hate.
Okay, wait, real quick. Off the top of your head, what's the name of the alien you're trying to track down?
Mithradithra.
I knew it too.
Okay, good. I'm glad
I'll
we're
never
all-
forget.
I'm glad we're all taking
dude,
notes.
I need to, I'm thinking it might be a Xenu scenario, and I am excited, so.
Okay. Become an investigator of aliens? You bet, you exclaim. Ginny and Chuck nod enthusiastically. Great, Grandma beams at you. I'm going to go after Mithradithra, but I need you to stay on this train. You try to hide your disappointment. Can't we go with you to defeat the evil alien, you ask? Grandma shakes her head. I need you to track another set of aliens. You see, I discovered why there are so many aliens on this train. They're all heading for a big meetup a few miles up. A giant fuck party.
No!
Chuck lets out a low whistle. Like some kind of alien convention, he asks? No, a fuck party, she explains. In a way, Grandma smiles. They meet every few years on a centrally located planet. This year, they're coming to Earth. Ginny shudders. To do what? Ginny leans forward. Grandma leans forward. That's what I need you three to find out. All right, you guys are heading to the alien meeting.
Let's go.
Ginny, and Chuck arrive at the alien meeting. Grandma has given each of you a disguise. You think your two blue heads look really cool, but unfortunately, this assignment turns out to be totally boring. It really is a convention. These aliens get together to vote on galaxy parking rules, real estate taxes, and planetary trade pacts.
What? Nah, fuck you.
It's so dull, both of your blue heads fall asleep. The 5-armed orange security guard has to throw you out. Your snoring is disturbing the guest speaker. Oh well, sometimes even aliens turn out to be dull in the end.
What?
Are you kidding me?
You think it's supposed to be the most interesting thing, and they give you nothing. They give you
Fucking kidding me?
They give you nothing.
Did he
Are you
just call
kidding me? We just read this whole fucking book.
He just called us a baby for not
called
going to
you a
see
baby
that
for
fucking
not
boring ass
doing it.
convention.
There was virtually nothing you could have done. There's nothing.
I feel tricked. I feel like this was some kind of prank that RL himself has set up.
This is a prank book.
There's like nothing you could have done to not
This is
have
one of those
a
prank
shitty-
books where the book tells you "fuck you."
It wasn't even like anything interesting details to the convention. It was just like, yeah, they talk about parking rules, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, like there's nothing even like there wasn't even like one secret door that the real meeting was going on in.
Nope.
There wasn't even one weird teddy man sucking a regular man's dick.
We had like a shot from The Shining with that guy in a bear suit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. By the way, that guy in the book is terrifying. He like eats boys' penises. in the
Damn,
Shining
is that
book.
what he's doing right there?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
sick.
chases like Danny through the hotel. He's like, "I'll bite your little pecker off." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
I think you told me that story before.
The book is messed up.
Yeah, that's scary.
How-
That's what I was hoping for from this book.
Me too.
Someone would threaten to
Nothing
bite our
happened.
dicks off.
It was mostly you just moving a conscious grandma around and dragging her everywhere, and then you went to a convention.
I love RL's idea of aliens. It's just they have boring conventions. And I love that they had to dress up. Like, why did they pick this planet where they have to be in disguise? Why don't they pick their two-headed blue head man?
It makes no sense whatsoever.
The details of our costume, by the way, I feel like were hastily gone over there. Two heads.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Who fashioned it? Where did we get it from? The
instantly,
government?
she goes, "I give you another assignment. Instead of giving you, the reader, a fun experience tracking down an alien, R.L. Stine said, hey, what if we just fuck with these kids and give them nothing satisfying?"
What a dick.
Guys, the cover of this book has an alien tearing open a woman's body, a grand woman's body.
With 20 horrific endings advertised.
20 horrific endings printed on a scab.
I can't. This is such a...
What the fuck?
This is such a shit show. This is crazy.
You know what? I'm happy with the ending. Now I'm happy with it.
Oh my god. Oh, do you guys just want to know if you had decided to go with your grandma? I don't know if it's better to know what you missed.
I'm assuming by going with her, we would have had the showdown with real grandma at some point.
Well, you decide if you go with the grandmother on the platform that you encounter new friends, Sophie and Andrew. I don't know why it's not Ginny and Chuck. Like, it's interesting that the author decided the universe needed to be consistent and that Ginny and Chuck always go on the train and Sophie and Andrew come over. And you discover
Yeah,
that
it makes sense.
Yeah, you discover that Grandma is an alien imposter with a plan to take over the world. So theoretically, that is Mithra Dithra.
That is.
And it's up to you to stop her and find out where your real grandmother might be. That sounds more interesting. So basically, you missed out on the fun adventure.
Damn it.
Because we went the logical route?
You went on the exciting train thing. Yeah, it like this entire story is a like, kids, here's the adventure. Over here, Grandma sent a secret message on the train, and it was just a boring train. It was a trap.
Wait, I wonder what would have happened if we jumped off the train.
You guys want to find out?
Just let's go
Our
look
bodies
real
were
quick.
torn apart.
Okay, I gotta.
You jump into a trash truck and a bunch of goop gets on you.
That was so. You like ran across 3 streets. That's what's so weird.
Yeah, I liked the jump in time when we were like, yeah, let's fucking search out aliens. Let's do it. And it was like, you're at the convention and you've got a crazy costume on. And like,
You were so excited.
like it just jumped us to the cool part. And I was like, cool. We didn't have to go through any of the boring stuff.
Here's the funny thing about this book. I'll point out as well. Flipping through it, there's a lot of like ways to make the book seem like there's more paths. Like it's just making you jump from like page 5 to page 80 for no reason. There's not even a choice. It just goes like, go to page 80 now, and then go back, only so that it feels like you're making more choices. It's like a mental
Right.
thing.
Yeah, you're turning more pages.
You're
Yeah.
actively reading. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you leave from the train before it's too late, turn to page 10. You don't have a moment to lose. The train car below you is filled with those creatures, and they found you. They'll be climbing up after you any minute now. Geronimo! You shout to Chuck and Ginny. Then you leap off the train. Oops, bad timing. The train is going over a bridge. A very high bridge. It's a long way down. So long, in fact, that you have time to read the big banner hanging on the side of the train car. Evanstown High School Annual Costume Party. Too bad you didn't notice it sooner. Say goodbye, party animal.
What?
The end.
What?
So that ending,
I don't even know what happened.
That
there.
ending, I think, is trying to suggest that you realize as you die that everyone on the train was in a costume, but their costumes were all the same costume, which is really stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Wait. So now the universe isn't lining up.
No,
now
that was a different universe. It's just a different universe just to fuck with you, you dumb kid.
Oh my
You
god.
stupid, you stupid kid.
Well, is that saying that there were only 2 real aliens on the train?
I don't know if anyone of them are.
And because you made a decision based on what you saw, but what you saw was actually the costumes. perhaps,
I
right?
guess.
Maybe.
I think, like, well, no, she says, like, everyone on that train, I think in our version, right, were aliens, I think. Yes, she says
Right.
they're all aliens on a way to convention. That part is canon. So they are all aliens, except for this where you jump off the bridge thing.
Oh my god, what the
They could
fuck?
have the costume thing, though, as
A cover.
a cover that you
Oh.
believe in your last moments of life.
No, that's interesting. So that's basically like, that's a sad ending in that you die in that reality not knowing the truth. You die thinking you're a chump.
Oh, I like that. That's better.
We're giving
that's-
this book too much credit. I just want to know, for one more possible ending, if you had decided to fight the aliens when you first saw them, rather than waiting for them to leave.
Oh,
and then fight
yeah,
them
let's see
again.
what happens.
I'm assuming this is going to have you do the exact same thing. I got an idea, you whisper. You outline your plan to Chuck and Ginny. Wait for my signal, you say. They nod. You grab a small box lying beside you and toss it to the other side of the compartment. You use some Metal Gear Solid The Last of Us stealth. The creatures' heads whip around, their bodies tense, and they move towards the noise. Definitely like video game NPCs. Now you shout. You and Chuck jump up and grab the rungs of the overhead luggage rack. With a grunt, you swing up onto the rack. Bags and boxes tip over, landing on top of the thugs. Chuck clambers up beside you. Together, you bury the creeps with luggage. Ginny pelts them with parcels and bags, because she's a weaker girl.
Right,
We're winning,
yes,
you
first.
cry. Keep throwing. They're like, oh no, luggage, our only weakness. Suitcases burst open as they hit the ground. Clothes fly everywhere. Bottles shatter and tubes ooze, spilling their contents all over the floor. But even
Who's
the chaos.
transporting tubes?
Yeah,
on
I don't
it?
know.
Ew.
It's like scientist. Your grandma sits staring straight ahead, imprisoned by the orange light, in a perpetual hell, if you will. Roar! With a deafening roar, the creatures explode out of the pile of luggage. They head straight for Ginny. Oh no, you shriek. Your eyes dart along the empty luggage racks. We're out of ammunition. Ginny, you shout, look out. Ginny scrambles over a pile of smashed suitcases. She trips onto a broken crate and sprawls on the floor. God, Ginny's the worst. Help me, she squeaks. The yellow-eyed thugs stalk closer. Chuck crawls across the luggage rack, hurling down the few remaining boxes. The creatures are inches from Ginny. You have to help her. You swing your legs over the side of the rack and drop to the floor. Leave her alone, you scream. The doors behind you fly open. The conductor bursts in. Great, you might have a chance now. Help us, you beg the startled conductor. You've got to help us, please. Your heart stops as his head explodes right in front of you. Right in...
What?
Ah! You shriek in horror. Chuck falls to the ground, shaking with fear. Ginny sinks into the pile of bags. You can't tear your eyes away from the terrifying sight. Flesh-colored globs splat onto the floor. Pieces of the conductor's face dangle around his neck. Pieces of the conductor's face dangle around his neck. But even
This is the most extreme thing ever mentioned in
Goosebumps. This is awesome.
But even more revolting is the disgusting new head that rises from his conductor's collar. Okay, he's just stealing Men in Black. A hairless, misshapen skull with lidless eyes, yellow eyes, the size of ping pong balls. Tentacles shoot out from his sleeves. One wraps around your arm. The other grabs Ginny. A third bursts from the center of his chest, right through the conductor's uniform. It yanks Chuck to his feet. The tentacle is working its way up your arm toward your face. You gotta do something, but what? Okay, guys, here in this Japanese horror, if you punch the creature with your free hand, turn to page 67. If you bite the tentacles as hard as you can, turn to
It's
page
definitely
47.
bite. You gotta bite.
Gotta bite.
Gotta
Gotta
bite.
bite.
That's kid power right there.
It would be useless to hit the powerful creature. Your fist is too small. It would feel like a gnat slugging an elephant. But can you do it? Can you actually sink your teeth into that slimy tentacle? This is feeling weird. You have no choice. It's wrapping around your throat. You shut your eyes and chomp down on the squirming flesh. Not bad. Kind of tastes like chicken. You dig your teeth in deeper. The creature howls and drops Ginny and Chuck. You hang on with your teeth. By the way, the most hacky line ever in like all of storytelling is tastes like chicken.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that was a real 90s thing.
Yeah. I don't even know where that started from. The two other creatures duck out of the way as the tentacles slip around. Crash! A strange-looking piece of equipment falls to the floor. The orange light instantly shuts off. The ex-conductor's tentacles must have smashed the light that makes the force field, you realize. You glance at Grandma. She blinks 3 times. She looks dazed. The tentacle conductor creature shrieks and writhes, but 2 other creatures leap toward your Grandma. You release your teeth from the tentacle. No, you holler! Grandma, look out! You race toward her. I'm not gonna redo this whole story if it keeps going.
Yeah, it sounds like we found another path here.
Yeah. I mean, Grandma. I'm just gonna sum it up for you. Grandma fights the tentacle monsters.
oh, sweet.
The other creature jumps from behind her. Grandma bends sharply at the waist and flips the creature over her back.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma
In a s-
wrestles.
In a smooth move that she uses the tentacles to tie all three creatures together. So, is this amazing woman really your grandmother? What a mess, Grandma glances around. As you piece the papers back onto the suitcase, several files catch your eyes. Top secret, confidential, special government documents. You ask her about it when the door flies open. Thank goodness I found you before it's too late, a voice cries. It's the other grandma. Face
What?
the twin grandmas.
The
on page-
showdown.
Oh my god.
So this is a different story. Now you can face twin grandmas. All right. Stay away from her, the new grandma warns. She's evil. Don't listen to her, the other grandma yells. She's an imposter. Your head spins.
Classic.
Classic situation. Ginny's gaze shoots back and forth between the identical grandmas. Chuck stares with his mouth open so wide you can see the rubber bands on the inside of his braces. Cool. I'm glad this is being established. So you have grandma number 1, the one who fought the three creatures, leaps into her martial arts stance again. Don't mess with me, she snarls. The new grandma number 2, cowers by the door to the baggage compartment. Oh no, she whimpers. She's going to get me. She'll get all of us. Shut up, you
Classic
fake.
Mithra right there.
Mm-hmm. Shut up, you fake, Grandma number 1 snaps. These kids are too smart to fall for your act, right? She gazes straight at you. So which grandma are you guys going to choose?
I mean, duh. We know now.
But I'm just saying, there's always the chance that RL's just going to change the world.
That's true. No, it's
no, I think these books have to have like definite storylines, right? Because you would just get pissed off if you were a kid and read it all, right?
Right.
Well, yeah. So which one do you think it is? You think it's martial arts grandma?
it's definitely the Kung Fu grandma.
Okay, Kung Fu
is the
grandma.
good grandma.
Yeah, she just told us. Well, I guess not in this
Okay,
storyline,
I'm
but
sorry.
we know.
It's worth for us to keep doing this story for a second. Hold on. You rush to grandma number 1 and assume a martial arts position just like hers.
Yes. Yes.
How could you, Cookie? Grandma number 2 wails. Why would you choose that fiend over me, your sweet old grandma? My parents told me my grandma was unusual, you explain, and full of surprises. That certainly describes me, Grandma number 1 boasts. And I don't think my real grandma would call me that terrible nickname, especially since I'm not a little kid anymore, you finish. Ginny and Chuck slap high fives. Way to go, Chuck cheers.
I like that they high five because you just burnt this alien.
Burn this girl. Sorry, Grandma number 1 tells the other grandma, but don't feel too bad about not being believed. The original is always better than the copy. Huh? What's she talking about? Before you can ask, 3 more women charge at the door. More grandmas.
Oh, shit.
The 3 new grandmas chattered at once. So there you are. Hope number 3 didn't cause trouble. Is everyone all right in here? What's going on, you scream. Silence fills the train car. All the grandmas stare at you. Grandma number 1 gets very close and goes, hey, listen, you're having a manic episode. You're having a break from reality. Excuse me for yelling, you say, but would someone please explain to me what's happening here? Grandma number 1 laughs. I was just getting to that. She tells you, allow me to introduce my clones. Then she explains the whole unbelievable story. Your grandma is a top government scientist working on a secret cloning project. A project everyone seems to want to get their hands on. That's why she's coming to stay with you, to hide out. You're the luckiest kid in the world. For the next month, you have 5 grandmas, and they all spoil you. The end.
Wait, really?
That's the ending of that one.
No way, really?
Yep.
You didn't make that up.
Nope.
What the fuck? I don't know if that's better or worse. I have no
Hey,
idea.
you guys remember when you guys did that whole adventure and then you found out that nothing exciting happened because life is meaningless and R.L. Stein's a nihilist?
Well, it's just kind of this weird, luxurious fantasy, like this kid fantasy. I don't like it at all.
Which one? The 5 grandmas?
I'm a little disturbed
I don't
by
like
the
being
multiple
pandered to.
grandmas.
Yeah.
To even say that that's a good ending, to be like, oh, this one's not scary, it's a good ending.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's spoiled. But it's like, he's got all these old ladies around.
Yeah, at least make them all like sexy grandmas who all like come out in bikinis and like walk around you.
Wait, what?
No, that is what I am
Hold on,
arguing
Chad. Let's
against.
back up. Let's
Chad.
backpedal a little bit.
No, I'm just saying it's like, hey, I made clothes and they're all 20 and they all like come out and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with Grandma.
I'm just trying to punch up this ending in any way I can.
Sick.
I don't know. I'm not saying you like make love to them. I'm just saying.
You just look at him and have some cool thoughts about him.
I'm trying to save this story, okay?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's I'm real sad that you picked my grandma is a secret agent or secret agent grandma.
I actually have no regrets. I feel like we learned a lot as people from this.
Oh my god, I
feel
can't
like
wait.
I got the bad goosebumps.
Oh my god.
Okay, whatever the weird feeling ones are.
So Paul, did you have a better experience?
Well, I mean, my friend Paul never got to make the final shot and redeem himself, so no.
Oh,
no, I didn't.
What's this right here? Hold on, guys. I missed a page. Hold on, I missed a page. Grandma goes, "Hey, and now you guys help me fight the aliens. You guys get to go with me to the Stanley Cup, and guess what?
Yeah.
Guess
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Guess what? The Flyers have 4 injured players, and they need us to help save the day."
Yes!
Oh yeah,
That's the ending. That's the ending for you. There you go.
That's the best.
Also,
that's good.
Best Goosebumps we've ever read.
He's happy to help out. Oh,
Do
yeah,
they let me wear whatever jersey I want?
Actually, no, they're very strict about that. They're actually very
It's
strict
actually,
about
this has been a fantasy for a long time.
No, they're very strict, and they you got to respect the game there, Paul. You got to respect the game.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Even Raylan, even me, Raylan, the person who
Even
likes
you,
candy
Raylan.
more than hockey.
Well, hey, Raylan, guess what? You while you're hanging out watching the game, cheering on your friend, you open up a lucrative licensing contract with the concession stands. Raylan Candy Worldwide starts up today.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
I'm putting those-
This really was a happy ending for the both of us, Raylan.
Yeah, we really had the best of both worlds.
I
for
would
us.
say we went on a little adventure, and then we both got what we always wanted.
I think so. Also, a fun grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I think that's the end of our adventure for this one.
Yeah.
Hopefully
we
next
learned
one-
some things about ourselves, each other, the fake people we made up to be for this.
How terrible old people are and how they need to be called. A lot of things. Guys, and thank you so much for listening to the show. If you want to help us out, the best way to do it is tell a friend about Goosebuds. The number one way you can do it is go on iTunes and leave us a review. I know Apple is not always everyone's favorite company, but they are the number one provider of podcasts. And you can go and leave a free review, hopefully 5 stars, and tell people about the show. It actually helps us on the ratings, get discovered by more listeners like yourself.
I would like to read one.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
It says, "One Problem" by Pat the Head IOU, and he said, "They haven't mentioned Jim Carrey enough. That's the only reason I gave it 4 stars. Edit, the issue has been sorted. 5 out of 5.
That's a pretty good review.
That's a great review.
I am happy to talk about The Truman Show for a whole hour and a half.
I just
One-
watched it recently.
One
So
of my
good.
favorite films. No one
It's
ever.
great.
It's very good. Very, very good.
I got one here by Kayla Tharp. It's titled 10 out of 10 Curly Heads.
Okay.
And if you're unfamiliar, Curly the mascot. I believe we all know that by
Yeah.
now, though, right?
Not the character from Three Stooges. I think
Not the
dummy.
Three Stooges guy. Not him. My friend showed me this podcast while in her car, and I immediately fell in love with it and downloaded all the episodes. This podcast has become one of my favorites, bringing me back to my elementary and middle school days. Chad, Dom, and Paul are absolutely hilarious, and I haven't laughed so hard in my life. Hearing their in-depth criticisms about my favorite book series since I was young is a lovely way to pass the time during work. Even when they go off topic, I enjoy it very much, and it's very entertaining. If you enjoy Goosebumps, R.L. Stein, R.L. Stein
Slander.
Slander.
and amazing personal stories, this podcast is right for you. Great job, guys. Keep up the spooky nostalgia.
Love it.
Thank
I love
you, Kayla.
that. I love that she
Sometimes-
loves our off-topic stuff. She likes it.
Yeah.
Even
Hey,
about
guys,
mass murder.
We got plans for things.
We got ideas.
that maybe theoretically could happen. You know?
we have solutions, if you will.
I hope you do too. You should be thinking about this stuff. You never know when something's going to happen.
You never know when the president might call you up.
Yeah, hey man, we looked at our records. You're a pretty bright guy, and we were wondering if you had any grandmas that were willing to do some secret work for us.
Yo, you got any cool grandmas? All right.
You know, either your own or like a friend's.
Yeah. By the way, this is Obama. I'll talk to you later. And he just hangs up. Guys, I have the longest review I believe we've ever had on our iTunes page.
It's unbelievable.
Worthy of acknowledgement. This is about the same length of the book that we read. This is called The Goosebuds of Camp iTunes, a story by Hardcore Baby Spooker. This is a great name for yourself at all time. This is how it starts out. Hey, what's that you're listening to? Francine Kolchik asked. She pulled a nearby swivel chair over to the desk, straddling the seat backwards. Again, this is the review. She slid closer to the computer monitor and focused her green eyes on the current page. Oh, a podcast called Goosebuds. Blake 90s explained. It's a few grown men who read and review those Goosebump books. Then they talk about the books for their internet audience. Francine groaned. Aren't books for dweebs? If it's even close to the stuff we read in school, I just might hurl. To illustrate, she stuck her tongue out and pointed down her throat. Don't blow chunks just yet, Frankie. I used to read Goosebump books all the time a year ago in 1995 when I was 11 years old. They're pretty fun. They had all these really fresh twists that keep you guessing at every turn of the page.
Hold on, are these 12-year-olds that work in an office together?
Yes, and nailing the tone of Goosebumps. I'm...
By the way, I now hear all of Goosebumps in Chad's voice. By the way,
Me too.
Thank you. I hope you have nightmares.
I feel like you're so enthusiastic about it. That's just what I need to hear.
I am really enthusiastic
and
about
I just got to say, by the way, Chad, great job reading tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure DMing this terrible campaign for you. Hopefully we'll roll better next time. The story continues. Before Francine could toss her cookies, a nerdy kid with red hair and glasses poked his head around the side of a monitor on the other side of the computer lab. Well, wait, Blake, have you ever watched reruns of The Twilight Zone on TV? It's the king of creepy twists. He stopped. Blake and Francine stared as the nerd, as beads of sweat began to form on his temples. Chud, right? Look, don't interrupt us with shows for grandmas, okay? We're talking about stuff that would make our parents pee their pants. Blake glared at the nerd with contempt. Francine nodded. The only thing that makes me want to spew more than dorky Goosebump books is old gray TV shows from 100 years ago. Their nerdy four eyes slowly slid, visibly shaken, back behind the safety of his own computer screen. The faint sound of tears dripping onto a keyboard could be heard as Blake scowled and turned back to the screen in front of him. Again, this is still part of the review.
This is fantastic.
This is fantastic. Just as he was preparing to continue explaining Goosebuds to his friend, he heard a loud, terrible creaking noise that set every bone in his body rattling. Blake realized that the awful sound had come from right where Francine had been sitting only moments ago. All he could do was turn his head, inch by inch, toward the source of that dreadful creak, and hope that Francine was still okay. A breath of warm, putrid air crept across the side of his neck, and Blake screamed! Francine was barely startled as Blake screamed into her ear.
Hold on, you should be making note that there are numbers because these are chapters.
Oh, yeah, sorry, this is chapter 2. This is chapter 2. Chapter 2. Francine was barely startled as Blake screamed into her ear. Whoa, sorry, dude. I had an egg salad sandwich for lunch today. She had stood up from the creaky desk chair and moved next to Blake for a better look at the Goosebuds page on the screen. Don't worry about it. Blake exhaled a sigh of relief and grinned sheepishly. Anyway, Blake, you still haven't told me what a podcast even is, said Francine. I've never even used the internet for anything but pictures of boys to men. Blake thought for
Connect.
Blake thought for a moment silently. Actually, I don't know what that is either. What was I talking about? I think you were talking about those dorky Goosebump books for babies. Hey, maybe you really do believe in monsters. Francine hung her fingers off her teeth like fangs. Of course I believe in monsters, Francine, Blake said, smilingly wickedly. After all, I listened to Goosebuds. Chapter 3. What's Goosebuds? Francine asked. I don't know, Blake said. Worthy of 5 stars on iTunes at least. What's iTunes? Francine asked. Huh? Blake looked puzzled. What? Francine said. The end. Amazing review. Hardcore Baby Spooker. 5 stars on your 5-star review.
Unbelievable.
I gotta go ahead and leave that 5 stars.
Oh my god, that is a very helpful review. Very, very helpful review.
Hey, Chud really got what was coming to him,
Chud,
too.
I like that Chud got dunked on. That's my favorite part. Also nailing the overused adjectives and descriptive words. Putrid air is definitely a Goosebumps hallmark.
Mm-hmm. And the girl pantomiming things like the vomit and the teeth. Yeah. That was fucking great.
And people not really getting anything.
Yeah.
Just like everyone asking questions.
Yeah.
Guys, all these reviews are great, but this was a A+ review.
A+ for all the extra effort there.
Exactly. Also,
I think that really highlights kind of a key component of Goosebumps. Would you say?
What's that?
You hate kids?
That most of it is kids going, "Hey, what's this big world like?"
Well, this is a big world out here, and I got so many questions.
Oh my god, aliens could be in my questions? That's what we learned today.
Better go get them answered. Hope I don't hit a monster on the way.
Hope I don't go to a convention, man. I hate those things.
Exactly. Also, if you guys want to tell other people about the show, tell them by word of mouth, or tell them on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at GoosebudsPod. I also see some of you guys tweeting about us all the time, telling other people at Barnloaf, at RoboDuke, at NRoomGamer, at Tagaard McStone, at Boney's Tweets. Guys, thank you so much for telling other people about the show. It means a lot to us, and we love hearing feedback from you guys. Also, go to our subreddit on reddit.com/r/goosebuds. I believe that's it. And interact and talk to people about the books. Guys, any leaving thoughts with us about Secret Agent Grandma?
I learned a lot about your grandmother fantasy, and I'm glad I did, because now I know more about my friend Chad.
We all learned about each other and our search engine histories. Dom?
I gotta say, this was a neat train adventure.
It was.
It really was an adventure that we went on.
I wish the title of the book had been Sweet Train Adventure.
I gotta say...
no, neat. Just neat train adventure
neat
on the
train
front.
Adventure.
I gotta say, post-credit scene.
Okay.
Raylan got me in trouble because he Google searched cream pie at my house.
And left it open on the computer.
I was
like
just
an idiot.
trying to
And he
make
said,
a
and my
delicious...
parents came home and thought it was me.
I was
looking
just
up
trying to
cream
learn
pies on the internet.
how to make a delicious cream pie, okay? I wanted to get into baking.
Safe search was off.
I hope we awoke with something in someone's new habits today with that search result. I hope someone Googles and go, yeah, this is it for me. Thank you, Goosebuds. And leave a comment on that video. Thank you, Goosebuds. on that video.
That'll help the show as well.
Guys, we'll leave you there. And remember, if you have a grandma, hold her close, but not too close, because she may be a tentacle monster. Goodbye, everyone.
That
Bye.
was nice.
That
Was
was
that on the
great.
book?
No, it's now. I
Okay.
wrote it with a Sharpie.
It
Very
is
nice,
now.
Chad. Very nice.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.